Hey tubes, something a little different here today. I have a problem out in the shed there with mice getting into my lawn tractor. So we're going to make us a Mexican mouse trap, or some people call it the world's greatest mouse trap. But what you need is a bucket. A 5-gallon bucket would be good, but this one here is just a 3.5, which is fine. Or just a wash bucket, a galvanized bucket, anything you can find. And a coat hanger, or any kind of stiff wire. I got a straw and a pair of pliers and an 1/8" drill bit. So, oh yeah, and a can, any kind of can, peanut butter can, a jar, or even a bottle or anything. I just happen to have this because the kids were over the other day and they were drinking soda. So, the first thing we're going to do is drill holes in this bucket here. I'm going to drill it right above the handle. It doesn't have to be perfect. That way I know they're pretty even. Alright. This only takes about 5 minutes. Then you can either poke or drill a hole through your soda can here. You don't want to crush the can like that. And right here, right above it, doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Right above that center tab's fine. All right, like I said, I got an 1/8" bit, but this coat hanger I got here is smaller, and that's all that matters. And what I'm going to do is cut here past the angle. That way, I don't have to bend it. Or if you just have a stiff wire, you just bend one end of it. I'm going to cut it. I'll cut it here. You don't need any tape measures, because what you're going to do is stick it in our hole here, and then that's how you find out how much you need. I'm going to leave about a 1/4 inch over here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put up our can on here. This is the hardest part, trying to fish it through here. There we go. I got it. Put it back through there. And now here's the straw. What the straw does is just going to keep this can from moving. Some people, you see that can isn't perfectly centered, but that's fine, as long as it spins. Some people bend the wire. You just want to keep this thing from moving. And I found the straw is the easiest way to go. So you just want to cut it. Put that on there. I'm gonna have to fish this through again. No problem if you got good eyes. There you go. And then measure this side. Okay. It's not the straightest cut I've ever seen. There we go. You stick that through the little hole there. You see that can't go back, can't move back and forth, but it'll spin. That's what you want to do. Now I got electrical tape. What I'm going to do, you can just bend this over, but I might want to change that can and to make it something else someday. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape, wrap some tape around it just so it doesn't come back through. Okay. Oh. All right, so you're done. Now what you want to do is you're going to put the peanut butter, and you're going to put it around the middle. You know, you can't just put it on one end because then it'll weigh the can down. You put it around the middle, right here, evenly, and then your can will be able to spin. All right, let me go get some peanut butter. All right, we got us some peanut butter here and a knife. See what it says there? It says mouse food. You know, actually, this would make a perfect center can there. It's already got a center hole punched in it and a little center hole back there, so he would. This would be perfect. So maybe I'll throw that on there someday. But anyway, let's get to putting the peanut butter on. All right, like I say, you want to make it even. Doesn't matter if it's lumpy or bumpy. It's just got to be roughly the same amount all the way around. So we got a little bit of peanut oil there. Not sticking very well. There you go. Looks a little heavy down there. You don't have to smear it all over the whole can, you know. Actually, I think what these mice do is they don't even walk along this thing. They'll just jump. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, what happens is they get on here and then they stand on here and they'll fall in. You want to fill this with water, about 4 or 5 inches of water. Unless you want to save the mice and feed them to snakes or whatever, or let them go if you're a humanitarian, but I put water in them. It's easy, you know, it's easy to get rid of. You just dump it in the corner of the yard somewhere. Okay, we're just about ready to fill it with water and put it in the shed. All right, let's go. All right, we're back here at the shed. See what we got here. I'm gonna have to take one of these panzers out, make some room. I got some room there, but let me turn the light on for you. This thing's just filled with tractors and mini bike frames and stuff. So let me pull this panzer out. We got water in the bucket there. Well, let me get that panzer. Alright, that's my daily driver. That's the one they keep chewing the ignition up and building nests under the shroud and stuff like that. And when you start it up, if they don't cut through the wire or ground it out, you smell them, you know, because they cook. And then you got to smell dead mice as you're mowing. So I'm going to set it up right here in the middle of the shed. And I'm going to set the tripod up and see if we can catch them in action. Alright, I forgot to mention, you need to put a little piece of wood. See, I just got a piece of flat board going up under the tractor because that's where they hang out. They hang out towards the front of the tractor, so. Alright, let me zoom you guys in here. And then we'll see what happens. Okay. Alright, I left the camera set up for 6 hours. And then ran out of chip space and didn't feel like reloading and stuff like that, or deleting. So I took the equipment down, but because I didn't catch anything. But overnight, it looks like we caught one. There he is down there. See his little tail. All right. So at least we know the thing works. I could leave them in there and wait till there's 3 or 4 of them in there, or how many is left to catch, but I'm going to empty them out, just dump them out now and then fill it back up with water. But you don't have to rebait it or nothing, you know. It's you can just leave it out here as long as you want. That's what's nice about it. Alright, let me dump this guy out and put water in there. Alright, see you later.